is the MSI MPG GUNGNIR 110R gaming case. Any good? Worth a bit of a bargain since it's been out for a little bit while now? Let's have a look. Hi guys, Retro Tech Ralph here with another review unboxing video for you. This time it's the MSI MPG 110, don't I pronounce the actual word, GUNGNIR whatever, gaming case. It'll supply, fits in as many decent normal motherboards what you can, the Mini, the Maxi, the ATX, but as much as you need in there. This is what I've actually bought for my new build. And I do quite like it. It does look nice, flat edges, nicer tempered glass on the side as well. Panel on the front. Won't be able to show it fully powered up with all the lights. There's plenty of videos out there that show all the lighting effects and all sorts of stuff that you can get with this with a motherboard attached. So at the moment it's just an unboxing and you see what you get from the actual shop. So we've finally got away from, or at least for me, finally got away from having a CD drive on the front. I've not used one for quite a few years now, so I don't really see the problem with that. You have a lovely little plastic panel on the here. It's vented on the top, the sides, the bottom on here, and straight down the middle here as well. It's actually a gap. There is a different one I looked for these on the MSI, and the middle section did have a lighting effect. Wasn't fully keen on that. It was good, but not too good. Side panel here, tempered glass, so you can see absolutely everything. So let me get you round to here. 2 thumb screws, nice and easy. Try and get everything off. Just hold it in there just in case. It shouldn't fall off, but I don't see why. You should be a bit cautious. Just pull forward, slide that way a little bit, slide down, and then take off. Very nice big panel there. I won't be peeling the label off just yet. Might do a separate ASMR video for that. Maybe not. So inside it's as black as can be. They do a white version as well. Down here, for whatever power supply you need, we have one, and we'll show you in a bit, 2 2.5mm SSDs, small laptop, whatever hard drive case, fittings for them there anyway. Inside here, when we take the back off, there are 2 3.5-inch drive slots to put a couple of hard drives in. I used to have loads and loads of the computer with absolutely stacks and stacks of hard drives in. You don't need them nowadays. It's not really essential. We have on the back here, we have 7 slots on the back, right, for the expansions for your motherboard. The good thing about this, shall we say, you can see there, all of it now, you can see there are actually 4. It comes with 4 fans, which that is a problem because there are 2 missing from the top. I mean, granted, if you're going to be buying a liquid cooler, which a lot of people nowadays do, I've not, because I had problems with a liquid cooler a few years ago and it just almost fried my system by the motor packing out. I'm not fully keen. I'm going back to a solid block with a couple of fans on it. This, if you don't have a liquid cooler, then you've got 2 fans gaps on the top, which you can't, and it's a pain actually now getting these fans to be exactly the same. They are possible, you can get them out there, but it's still tricky to get. Comes with a box as well. You've got lots of boxes with little bits of screws, cables, a couple of thumb screws for the actual backs. I assume for the back anyway, because they look a bit bigger than what you actually get. Screw into the back of here, which is a little bit odd. But some also cable ties as well for your cable management. So it's not too much, but barely enough. Extension cable, splitter cable, I think that is inside there. So it's probably what you need for, and there's another system on here as well, around the other side. So again, 2 thumb screws, take off the left, or if you're looking around the front and the right side, for installation. So again, you slide, little handle there, slide it back, because it goes into these 3 pins here on these little pegs, which is a nice little, very easy. So you just basically put them back together, put that on the bottom, hold it in and just slide it, and you're in. It's easy. The other ones where they actually had the metal bits on the bottom here were absolutely a pain in the arse for me, to be honest. Never really got them in. Inside here as well, this is still standard. What you get from the box is your lighting rig. All these fans now have 2 cables on them, one to go into the motherboard for the actual power, one to go to a very small lighting rig, and there's an extra part on this as well. I assume that you can rig this up to your PC properly when you've got the motherboard inside, and you can then light it from your computer, which should be easily possible. If not, there's a lovely little button right there, changing all the lights and the lighting effects. Also comes in here as well, there is some usual gubbins and whatever. You try and pronounce that, right? GUNGNIR? No? But it's instructions, user guide, how, what, where on the lighting rigs as well. So it's a quick installation guide, comes with this. All you actually do need, there's not much, but it's all you need. Everything, all these wires on here are already put on place. That's already screwed in place. There is pins there for two more lights on here, which are these 2 here. If you put a lighting rig on, yes, you would have already got the 2 on anyway. But it's a shame that you didn't get all of them. Nice little cable management here for all the front panel cables with Velcro. So when you want to put more in there, because I would put in other cables in there pretty soon anyway, it's all ready and done for you. Other cables here will go straight to the motherboard to be powered, the fans will be powered by them, completely controlled. So it's not actually too bad to start with. In here, 2 caddies there, your hard drives. A lot of people don't use hard drives lately. My setup will have 2 hard drives, a gaming hard drive and a normal standard hard drive. There will also be an NVMe drive on the board for using the operating system, which will be Windows 11. I'm going to test this time. You could probably take both of these out, and there's a small possibility you could put 3 in there, maybe a little bit customizing, little screws in this side or something. I wouldn't recommend that because hard drives do need a little bit of air around them to keep them a little bit cool, or blast them with as much air as you can possibly get around them. But these are quick release caddies, which is quite nice. They don't seem as secure, but they're in, and I assume that when they're in the hard drive themselves, they'll just be a lot more solider because that's a bit flimsy as is. So let's get round to the front, and this is one of the things which sold it to me. My PC, not the one in the corner which is kind of hiding there, that's just a garage PC. The one that's upstairs in the office, which will be coming down here when I eventually do the full de-rigging. My front panel gets absolutely caked in fluff, and it's absolutely horrible to try and keep that clean. It's an absolute pain in the backside. This one, with most of them lately, up the bottom where the power supply is, it does have a removable, tiny bit awkward, but I can get my hands underneath and pull out. You can hear that there. There is one underneath where the power supply is. It will need cleaning once or so after the power supply goes bang. On the top, there is, if we've been out of shot, a magnetic filter, which if you're going to do an airflow where the airflow comes out the top, fine, like normal people. Airflow coming in, going to have a lot of dust on here, but that just goes over, covers everything over. Fans wise as well, you've got 3 120 fans on here. I think you can fit a couple of 140s. Looks like you've probably got the room on there for them. It's on the top as well. You could probably put you can actually put a 240, maybe 360 I think it is. You can actually put a water cooler on, a 240 on the top, if that's your way of doing things. But like I say, watch this, right? Because most things will be sucking in the air from the front down there, 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 and there. I wanted one which actually, and it's a little bit of a pain, and I did this earlier and it flew across the room. Its front panel completely comes off, right? A lot of these before would have had, this panel would have had the actual buttons as well stuck into here, so you'd be stuck with a load of wires. That's been separate because all the buttons are now up here. It's nice to have actually got a slot there, so you can maybe not put a drive in there, but even though it's not on the front, that's a bit different. So you've got a filter on the front of here. Release that clip, and out that comes. That's easy to clean. So once a month, maybe less, I don't know, maybe more, I will be taking this off and cleaning this, because this will be the intake for my setup. So easily you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 small square tabs there that you put, holes that you put the tabs into, as it works as a little bit of hinge. Click, click, done. So for ease of cleaning, that is absolutely brilliant. The top part on here, we've got a big nice metallic square power button, reset. We have a looks like a power light, although it might be a hard drive light, I'm not quite sure. I mean, why would you have a power light when the whole thing lights up? Because you know it's going to be on when everything's switched on. The USB-C, which is, it's getting more standard nowadays to have USB-C instead of standard USBs, which is also nice to see 2 of them on top of here, but these are USB 3s, because you can tell by the actual contacts inside. They're not blue, which is a good sign from MSI that they've actually coloured the plastic so it's not blue. You know what they are anyway, because you can tell. Microphone, headphone socket, and this nice little button here which has told you speedy access to multi-light loop. Yes, so you just press that button, it'll change the lighting system from this board on the side, which is a nice little touch you haven't got to go into. I fancy a little different colour today. I fancy a blue. There you go. I fancy a green. I fancy a little bit of because it's actually Mystic Light compatible anyway. So just press the button. It'll change the lighting system without you even trying. So you haven't got to dig into the operating system to try and find anything. So, my point of view, yes, put this back on. The front panel here is plastic, but that's not a problem. That just clicks into place. Done. So you got the front back on. The side will stay off for the moment anyway. But yeah, it's not a bad little rig, this, to be honest. For what I'm going to be doing with it, yes. And I know it's maybe a couple of years old now, maybe a year and a bit old now. It's a nice price nowadays. The only problem I have is I do need 2 extra fans on here, and in the UK I can't find them on usual places, on like Scan or CCL, Amazon. Even Amazon, they do sell one, however it's not in the UK. So I'm not quite sure if it's exactly the right one or not, but I have actually ordered one from them. But it's from somewhere in Europe, probably Germany or France or something. But still, it's got a good amount of space that you would actually need. So this is my choice for the case for my new gaming rig. And I hope you like this video. If not, please comment if you didn't. Please comment if you do. And please like, share, subscribe, and consider being a Patreon. Consider helping out the channel as much as you can. And I will see you in another video. Bye for now.